Hello, and welcome to Rainbows and Razor Blades Productions, where chaos reigns in all of our content. Tonight, we're on our fourth episode of Somnum, Exterreri, a cyberpunk game in a city of my own creation. And they have had an interesting time. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and introduce our players. Let's start with Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat, also known as Autumn Knox on Twitter. I am the producer on this channel and also a player. Tonight I'll be playing Obscura, our Netrunner.
And Marie.
I'm Marie. I'm playing Patches, our mid-tech, and you can find me on Twitter at Woven Freckles.
And Tim.
I'm Tim. You can find me as Flan Blackmore on Twitter, and I am playing Lobo, the Latvian solo.
And Eric.
Hi, I'm Eric. I am Disparate pretty much everywhere. I am playing Domino, the exact time, bring everyone together.
And we are missing our other Eric tonight, who plays Half Moon Harvey, our fixer, and we'll see what happens to him in a minute.
There's actually a little, if you look on the overlay, there's a little picture of him.
Yes, but he's not off fixing something necessarily right now. So.
Well, something's getting fixed. I can't say what. I have no idea, actually. But anyway.
Did he go to a veterinarian or something?
I mean, maybe he's into that.
Maybe he needs fixing.
I think right now Lobo might need fixing.
Who's to say he hasn't already gotten that cybered up?
I mean, that stuff breaks too.
Last week, we saw our band of cyberpunks confronting a figure from the past of Lobo and Obscura. They also came face to face with the face of Rockland herself, Jacinda Hidalgo, who had a mission for them since they infiltrated the company so easily. Easily is a general term. And they all signed a contract which promised each of them things they wanted or needed. The deal struck, Lobo fought a guard to the death with the approval and encouragement of Jacinda to see his fighting prowess. And then they were ready to start the mission to intercept Risk at the New Macau casinos. Or so they thought. Before they could stand up from the table in the conference room they were sitting in, Frink pushed a button to turn the chairs into chutes down to the prison level Ignotus, with just the remark to find Jimmy the Snake to help them in their task. But getting out of Ignotus will be no easy task. So what underwater terror might they happen upon on this floating prison platform they find themselves to have landed on?
I dust myself off and say, Frank sucks.
Well, we're gonna kill that guy anyway someday, so.
No, I killed Frank.
Okay, then I get your axe.
To kill, or is this an
one.
FMK kind of thing?
No, there's murder involved.
So it's just okay. Never mind.
No,
Let's not go there.
we know F.
No, he already did that with her.
So is that an FMF or FMU? FMI. Whatever.
I lose track. I don't.
Obscura, does he rub off on everybody?
Maybe just Janetta.
I got nothing. That broke me. I don't know.
Oh God, I was not expecting that.
I broke myself.
Held it together so long though.
It just went out there, just shot right out of my mouth.
At least it wasn't shooting right into your mouth.
Oh.
Oh.
Also, never mind.
Oh no.
I'm glad I didn't put on makeup tonight.
We're starting off strong tonight, folks. Here we go.
Wow, that broke me. I have no Latvian return to that. I don't know. I don't know.
I got nothing.
I got nothing. I am nothing.
All right.
I want to go.
So, as you guys have gone down this chute, some of you have picked yourself and dusted yourself off, and barbs have been exchanged. As you all start to look around, you don't see Harvey. He was there a minute ago. If you would like to make a perception check, you are welcome to.
Nah.
You perceive nothing.
All right, I am going to roll.
Oh, roll perception.
Got a 12 for perception check.
I know about as much as what happened to Harvey as I do about business. I rolled a 1 and then a 6, so I've got a 4.
I got 15.
Yeah,
I'm still picking myself up off the floor after you're hearing.
I'm like dusting
Obscura.
myself off and looking around.
I'm still recovering from my sister saying what she said.
Me too. Me too, man.
I just ignore all of them like it never even happened. I'm like, where's Harvey?
I looked around for a second to try and find my cheat sheets. I hadn't opened them, so give me a second.
Whoops.
Harvey who?
Who is this Harvey?
So, Obscura, as you're looking around, none of the rest of you particularly see anything. Like, Patches does see a little bit of blood trailing off, but she's not necessarily sure if it's his or not. Oh, thanks, Chad. But Obscura, you do see as you look closer at the blood trail that it is fresh. And as you kind of look off in the direction, you vaguely see Harvey being led away, limping by two people. And he kind of looks over his shoulder and just gives you a thumbs up. And it's like, I'll be back.
Well, I think they snatched our fixer, so we may eventually want to go look for him.
Who snatched our fixer?
Some guys over there. They just walked off. He gave me the thumbs up, so maybe he's okay. Maybe he's fucked. I don't know. But he went that way.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I bumped something. What about the rest of you? You all right? Let me look at you, brother. Let me see if you're all right from that fall.
As you do try to stand up,
fine.
Lobo, you kind of start to fall back down because one of your legs has had part of the metal snap.
I'm fine. There's
No, you're
nothing
not.
wrong with me.
I don't think you're fine. Let me have a look.
Yeah, let me look at the tech parts. You look at the meat parts.
Well,
She's also pretty good at the tech,
I'm
maybe she
not-
can handle
Yeah, I
it.
think it should be.
Well,
don't-
as you're thinking whether or not you can figure out the tech parts along with the meat parts, I pull my messenger bag out and I start pulling out like tools, all sorts of tools.
You
Toolkit.
you don't have to. I'm fine.
No, you're not fine. Your leg is
I
busted.
can. It was.
Stop.
It's not
No.
bad.
It's enough. We've been down this road before. You try to walk on the broken leg, and then we're gonna have to pay good money to fix it.
I hand him my phone with the TikTok pulled up and said, "Here, watch this."
So I start pulling out some tools,
What is this?
It's 3 videos for a baby.
cat videos. He
Why
likes
is
cat
the
videos.
why is the cat mad? What is wrong?
Didn't get the cheeseburger.
But this one is just angry,
So I
like mad. Why? Well, that one is just an asshole. That is what that is.
That's a cat.
Oh yes,
all right.
that one is cute, but it bites. That is not. I don't like. Well, kind of like bites, but not bites.
Wiggle your toes for me.
He wiggles the wrong toes.
Okay. Not yet.
And Obscura, go ahead and make me a tech check while you're doing that. And Marie, you can go, Patches, sorry, you can go ahead and make a first aid check. I believe is what we want.
You're fussing. This is fussing.
That's
This
like
is fussing.
Yeah.
I
Be a 7 from me.
For tech, I rolled 7, 9 plus 8, 17.
Okay.
7. Yes, I'm not bleeding.
Okay, so yeah, you're looking at him.
He's fine. Yeah, he's fine.
But
I can't hear you. You're not in front of your mic.
sorry. I was leaning forward to read stuff.
I mean, fair.
You can tell that he's lightly wounded, but as he keeps pulling away from you, you're like, fine, suffer. But for the Cybertech, with the 17, you do get the leg fixed and he is able to walk on it.
Be gentle with it for a little bit to make sure it's working fine.
You know, this real skin, it's going to cost more.
I don't give a shit about the real skin. I'm not paying for that. I want
But
to make sure the actual leg works. You wear pants anyway. Unless you're gonna walk around with your dick swinging, you don't need to worry about your skin.
But when I wear Speedo,
Are you gonna be wearing a Speedo down here in this prison level?
there is
Roll a
water.
concentration check for me, Lobo.
Concentration.
Yeah, it's a
Why
willpower.
is it because of the Speedo?
No.
So, you
It's
know
for
where we are,
recall.
right? We're in the
Ooh, roll a
prison level.
10. 28.
Nice.
You recall that, oh, when you fell, this piece of metal actually stabbed through your false skin, and it's what ruined the skin. So it has nothing to do with what Obscura has done. She's actually kind of stitched it back together a little.
Quit your bitching.
I do. I'm not going to tell you. Thank you.
Fine. Fuck you too. No. Be nice to your leg.
You said you would not fuss.
You know what? I'm trying not to fuss. You went and got yourself into like some sort of fight in that boardroom, and I didn't fuss one fucking bit when you took a mint.
You know he hit below the belt. You know that.
Yeah, and did I fuss? No, not until your leg broke.
I would have killed him in 5 seconds.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah, man.
Are you done?
No, I like pouting.
Okay, mope. You're fixed.
Fine.
So I'm gonna look around. Is there any indication of describe the area around here so we can figure out what we need to do next?
So if you do look on the map, you can tell it is still like a very long distance, like a couple miles for you to even be able to see a wall. And it's about a mile to see the next platform over.
Okay, let me ask a quick question before you start. So I'm looking at the map here. Bergnatus, you got the center area, which is just a big block.
This is here, let me pull up my actual notes on it because that's handy.
While you're doing that, I need to pull up my notes that I can write down things on. All right.
So the large area in the middle, so the wavy parts is actually water. All of this is floating. There's no barriers on the edges of the platform you're on between you and falling in the water if you get too close.
I'm on mark where you said that we landed, which was right about here.
You'll have to, yeah. Yes.
Just for reference, wow, what are the distances we're looking at between platforms?
So each of these little squares is 1 square mile.
Oh, okay then.
This city is huge. And
then. I was thinking I will jump the gap.
Right?
You're not jumping with that broke ass leg.
Need a little bit of an upgrade there.
I have the upgrades.
There are chains that attach to each.
So are we like? So just a little background here. Since this was water, is this like the river, the Detroit River, or is this over Lake St. Clair?
Let me just give you all the background right now. Okay. Ignotus is a below ground level, and this is where the prison is, and people are left to be forgotten. It is halfway filled with water, and the cells float and can only be reached by boat. The water is thousands of feet deep and filled with deadly creatures, as it is fed from the Great Lakes and underwater pathways. And then the megacorps have found some sharks, some giant squid, various other things that they have genetically altered to be able to live in the freshwater. So when fights break out near the edges of these, or when fights break out and someone dies, they are thrown in the water, and that chums the water.
Good to know.
So Dr. Evil's in charge, except without the lasers.
And then the middle platform is an actual city. It is called Furidamu, which is freedom in Japanese. And as you look towards it, you can see like bright lights, and it has kind of a very festive feel. You can't see any of the boats or anything along the edges, but you have heard tale that they have like a floating market kind of set up like Thailand does. They don't take the boats anywhere other than around it. They don't even take the boats near the edges unless they're expressly guided by one of the guards, because they will shoot on sight anybody who gets too close in case one of the prisoners got a hand on the boat somehow. And so unless you have gained prior permission, but each cell is 1 square mile, and it holds criminals based on their crimes, though you're not necessarily sure what crimes belong to which platform. And honestly, they've probably put some random people together just for the fun of it.
So let me just make sure I understand. The wavy lines are the water, right?
Yes.
And then the little squares are the cells, and the center area is the
City.
city itself.
Yes.
Mhm.
And then the little red or pink lines around the outside are the walkway. There's just a very thin, like maybe 20-foot wide walkway all the way around. And then there's chains that connect each of the platforms. And then there's anchors underneath that keep them stable in spot.
Okay.
So yes, this
And-
is where you find yourselves.
So do we find ourselves in the center or on the circled one?
The circled one,
Mm.
because that's the one that's closest to below Rockland.
So when we land, I fix Lobo, we see Harvey getting hauled off. What does the actual prison cell area look like where we are? Because that prison complex that we're in, is there like cells immediately around us, or is it just like
No, there are
open?
absolutely no actual cells. The platforms themselves are the cells, and it's basically fight to stay alive.
It's like a Lord of the Flies kind of city.
Yeah.
Okay.
So each of the prison platforms, if you're not careful and you run into the wrong people, they're very likely to just kill you and dump you and take your stuff.
I like
So-
this place.
So Obscura takes all these tools and stuff and puts them in little pouches and like attaches them like underneath her gun holster into like her pocket here. She kind of puts on the persona of attack. So she's like, well, I learned how to do tech stuff, and I use this when I don't want people to know what I actually do. So I hear netrunners are kind of valuable down here, and I don't really want to get caught up in other people's bullshit.
Oh, but we will kill them. Yes.
Well, yes, down here, choosing violence is okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Anybody can go ahead and make a concentration check for me for recall on various things you would have heard about down here.
14.
This app rolled me another 10, so
nice.
23.
I got a 12.
13.
So most of you just know the general ins and outs. It is a prison. The guards are the only ones that have access to boats, like they're kept locked up along the edges. None of you knew about the chutes that lead down here, but if there's one from Rockland, you can assume that the other megacorps probably have them as well onto various platforms. And then Lobo, you recall a couple rumors that you heard. You are friends with, let me bring up all of my NPCs because this is going to take a couple. Rhett Kieran, a nomad, and his family was taken prisoner and is somewhere down here. His wife and 2 kids, because of a jealous person that wanted his wife and didn't get her, decided that it was better that nobody have her than him not.
Sounds like a dick.
Yes. So there, and it was a lawman that arrested them and was the jealous one. And he actually used to be friends with Rhett. And then Rhett won the girl. And that kind of dissolved their friendship.
Yeah, it could have been worse. He could have been the girl that screwed him over.
So you do know that down here somewhere, you might want to keep your eye open and see if you spy anyone that catches your eye like that. But his
Not like that, Janetta. No, not like that.
But you guys do know Rhett through Nicholas, the rocker boy who
Yeah.
has flirted endlessly with your sister. But you also know that before they are taken out onto these prison cells, that they're not left with any of their cyberware or with any weapons for the most part.
Nice.
But considering you just came down a chute, you don't necessarily 100% trust that they haven't like sent random shit down to them to increase the Lord of the Flies vibe and possibly have cameras, and this is like reality TV for them.
Well, and also, you know, we came down with all of our stuff, so we're pretty valuable. So we need to get out of sight.
Also, I'm still wearing a nice suit.
Yes, it's nice that you're not wearing your hobo clothes, but we still need to be out of sight. Actually, your hobo clothes would have been better down here.
You probably have your regular clothes stuffed in your bag, so you can change if you want.
I stay in suit. Maybe bring people to me. Yeah.
So we need to find 2 people down here, regardless of what else happens. We need to find Felicia McEnany and Maya Lamas.
Why we need to find them?
Because they're the ones that Rockland stashed down here.
Well, what was
and
the name of the
extra information?
What was the name of the guy that Frank?
Jimmy the Snake.
Jimmy the Snake. We also need
right.
We need to find Jimmy the Snake.
Well,
Jimmy
we didn't
the
find
Snake
him,
is
but we...
who's going to help you with the mission for Rockland, but the 2, Felisa and Maya, are somewhere down here. You're not sure if they would be on any of the platforms close to you, because it could have been Danger Gal that sent them down as well, and they would have ended up on the south end instead of the north at that point. Because there are shoots that go from all of the megacorps for people that I mean, some of them, like the one in the conference room, aren't probably as well known, but they do have in each of the megacorp buildings at least one chute that can send prisoners down, especially from Tempestus. Anyone that's brought to a platform on a boat is usually brought from Ignis and not from the upper levels.
Okay, well, I've got Streetwise, so I was thinking that I could use that to see if I know anyone down here that can help me direct me to Jimmy.
We could also,
because regardless of what happens, Jimmy can help us with other stuff.
We can also follow the trail of blood for the people that took Harvey. They know him. We may be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone there and find out who took Harvey, and see if maybe his connections with those people will help. He seemed to be thumbs up with it, so.
Go ahead and roll me a Streetwise check, Domino,
Okay.
to see what connections you might have down here.
Okay, I got a 9. I have a 10, so that's 19.
So you don't necessarily know anybody that you think would be on this platform, because as far as you know, outside of the two designers, you don't think you know anybody that's been sent down here. But with that, you do recall hearing that Jimmy the Snake is, or was, one of the top fixers for Rockland on the Ignis level, who took care of their dirty business down there for them.
Right, where is he?
You can assume fairly well that he would be on this platform. Roll me a concentration check to see if you would know why he's down here.
Got a 4, so it's a 13.
That's enough to know that he had come up to Rockland and he had brought some of his booster gang with him and tried to make demands of the upper execs and tried to make a scene with the work that he did for them down on Ignis, and security got to them pretty fast and they were unaware of the trapdoors and were quickly sent down, but they would be ones down here with all of their gear unless it's been taken in an attack.
So since Lobo and I, we work more on the underbelly of things, is it possible we may have known anybody else down here, or anybody that
it is possible? There's plenty of people that have disappeared, but whether they left town or were brought down here, roll me a streetwise check to see if there's anyone you would know for sure besides the wife and children.
Right. I got 14.
2.
2?
2.
You have no streetwise whatsoever?
Nope. And I rolled a 1.
Your streetwise matches your intelligence.
You roll again, subtract it from your total.
Oh, it did it for me.
You
yeah.
got a total of 1 after.
Yeah.
You know as much about business as I do.
That's why he has me.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go back to hiding the zeros.
Let's start a know nothing about any business whatsoever club.
Yeah, the know nothings. I like this. I know cutting up people, but things, no.
That's butchery. That's a business we can invest in.
I mean, usually what I cut up, Patches has to patch up.
Okay, Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, but no. That's not what I'm talking about. Because remember, trauma team, and then dead people is dead people. Parts is parts. Dead people are parts.
So we're gonna start fencing stolen kidneys. All right.
Oh, sure. You should be the
repo
one
man.
business plan.
So you do recall that a few years ago, probably like 2, there was a nomad that you guys would do business with that would go around to your old property and would hunt through what's left to see if he could find anything that was left from when you guys were there. And his name is Titus Edme.
Titus.
Have my notepad file. Oh, there it is.
I thought I called him dumpster diver.
You would come up with a nickname like that.
Well, he dove in dive. He dove in dive. No, he dive in dozers.
Are you calling our old home a dumpster?
I mean, it is.
It's a tomb, not a dumpster.
But yeah, but I mean,
You call him a grave robber.
there's a bullet holes and things and lots of
Yes.
lots of broken things.
And other things too, but I don't want to talk about it. Nonetheless, we know somebody that might have gotten dumped down here too, so he might be helpful.
So do you want to try and search for any of these other people, or does somebody with tracking want to try and track Harvey and see
Don't think I have tracking.
where he might be and what's going on with him?
I do not have tracking.
I think the best person for that is going to be, where is that?
Nope.
Is that a tech skill?
No, it's awareness.
Oh, awareness.
It's an intelligence score. So not me.
Patches might be the best for that. She's got the
Give
highest
it a
of all of
go.
us.
Okay, yeah, you can go ahead and attempt a tracking roll to see if you can track where they took Harvey.
Yeah, I have a 7 in it because of my intelligence, so I could probably roll and see too.
Yeah, I rolled an 11, so.
Yeah, go ahead and make a roll.
7.
I will look for dumpster diver.
I also rolled 11.
So you guys start to follow the blood trail, and it does start to dry up not too far past where you had seen him. There are more people around here, and they are kind of starting to take notice of you. But looking closer at Lobo, some of them do start to back away as he's probably walking with his claws out since he's rather wound up.
Oh, I didn't put them back in.
You
You're
did
right.
not.
All right. Sorry. My bad. I forgot.
Let me see. So any of you can go ahead and make me a human perception check quick.
Oh yes.
Oh, I got a
It's
good
hard to do with the
perception.
claws, but I'll try.
Ooh.
Ow! I just stabbed myself.
I rolled.
How about you not try and
He's got the best of all of us, I think. Honestly, like he took like a 12 in that.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 16 for human perception.
17.
I got a 13.
I got like a 15, so.
1 second.
Apparently, those really hurt if you stab yourself.
I imagine.
Yeah. I kind of nudged Lobo. I'm like, put those away. You're getting attention to us. Put your claws away.
Just your claws, not your clothes.
Yeah, no dicks out.
I don't know why you keep talking about my dick hanging out. I do not walk around naked. I wear clothes.
Except for when you strip down in the middle of the everything.
I was changing clothes.
Hence, dicks out.
But I did not helicopter.
What did everybody roll on human perception? Sorry.
17.
11.
18.
Okay, so Lobo and Obscura, you do notice out of the corner of your eye somebody flipping a coin in the air. And you remember that being a trademark of Titus and how he acted.
Dumpster diver.
Shh. Could you
No,
a little
that
bit?
is dumpster dive.
Would you like to draw more attention so that we get a mob that pulls you apart?
Can you ask question in another way?
Do you want to be dismantled by a mob of angry prisoners?
I mean, they dismantle.
Taken apart with the meat part of you thrown in the water. We've heard about the water. Would you like to do that?
I kind of want to see what it is first.
Could you just quiet down? Quiet.
So with a 32 in perception, Titus does look over at that moment and notice the two of you.
Dumpster diver.
I just look over and I nod. I'm like, hey, Titus.
As you all start to walk over there, Patches, you do get a ding on your agent. And if the rest of you look, you have no reception down here on your agents. But for some reason, she does.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
I just kind of look at her and quirk an eyebrow and note it for later.
But it is a message on the dating app saying, hope you're well, talk soon.
She'll read it, but she won't reply, but you can see her relax a little bit in her posture. But other than that, you don't see anything outwardly.
Obscure is just ticking it away in the back of her brain for later. It's not important right now.
Dumpster diver, what are you doing?
Ah, Lobo, you always were one with a way with words. I think the
Try.
proper question is, what are y'all doing down here? It's not often that people come down the chutes fully armed. You might want to keep an eye out.
We took a little surprise trip down the slide.
Also, we looked for he turns to Domino. The two the people thing, and we looked for Snake Man.
We're looking for some people. Several
Right.
Okay, so
at this point.
so you guys know each other?
Yeah.
He
used to do some-
he dive in dumpster. Yes.
No, he did not dive in dumpsters. He used to help us out with some things before he got sent out here.
I mean, he found
Was,
treasure, but
Purveyor of goods that I recovered for them.
dumpster. Yeah.
It's not a dumpster.
I mean, it's technically still livable. There are squatters there.
Right.
Yes.
So one more thing on the list.
Anyway, the two people Domino want to find, we want to find because paperwork.
Domino, would you care to explain to our friend here who we're looking for? He might be able to help us out.
Paperwork, you know, paperwork, dumpster diver. There'd be paperwork, and then there'd be two people with the paperwork. Domino know their name. I not remember because I think I was. He looks at Janetta. I was busy at time.
I'm just waiting for
Have no earthly idea what you were talking about, but
Paperwork.
It's that part isn't important.
Paperwork.
We don't need the paperwork right now.
It's more about the people rather than paperwork right now.
Right. Domino, the paperwork, right? Yeah.
Oh, they didn't let me take any.
So it's not the
Oh,
paperwork.
we not have paperwork.
So anyway.
But Titus does look and he saw like, all right, well, if you're looking for people, who are you looking for? Anybody? Bueller?
Domino, you here to help us out here? Because you remember the names better than
What's the name, Domino? You find.
We're looking for Jake,
Jimmy
the
the
snake.
Yeah.
Jake the Snake, yes.
Yeah, really easy to make that mistake.
It's really easy to mistake a snake for Jake.
And we also look for Rockland people. Right?
Yeah, the two scientists. I don't have the names pulled up right now.
Oh, they no, don't know. But Snake, you know him?
Wait, so we were also following the trail of blood, right? When we
Yeah,
ran into this guy?
We're looking for
Yeah, you were following that. He does say, well, Jimmy's probably the guy that just took the other person, I assume, fell down here with y'all that direction.
That's good. Where they usually hang out?
They've got a little encampment that they've kind of set up. Made a little bit of a lean-to, not close enough to the water that they might accidentally fall in, but close enough that if people piss them off, they can, do their best to just toss them.
Huh, fantastic.
But who are these scientists you're looking for?
That would be Maya. Just a second, let me grab my note on that. Maya Lamas and Felicia McEnany.
Yeah, I had it written down. My note disappeared though. Yeah, there are a couple of Rockland scientists that might have got dumped down here, so we're not sure if
Oh,
anybody heard about them.
the uppity designers. I've heard of them. I can't tell you where they might be. I did hear that they came down similar chutes to y'all. I think they eventually all like run into each other because there's only like one main area they come out. But yeah, they were recognized by a couple people down here as designers. And I think I heard that they ended up down here because they wouldn't work on some illegal stuff for Rockland. Not that I'm surprised that Rockland's in illegal stuff. They are a megacorp.
And they're all into something illegal.
Yeah, I don't, something.
Do you
Domino
know,
knows, I don't.
do you know about where you may have heard where they have been?
I haven't seen them in a while. There is a rumor that a couple of the people, there was 3 women, 2 men, and 2 kids that ended up down here that all got on a boat that came by with the guards, but it was on the inside, and they took them over to Freedom.
And that one points at the middle.
So we need to get Herbie and get to the city after we talk to Jimmy the Snake.
Okay.
So follow up. Do you know how people typically are able to get off this piece of shit floating island to the city?
I mean, bribing the guards is mostly the big thing, but they don't come around more than like once every 2 days. And they were here this morning, a few hours ago. I have no clue what time of day it is anymore. There's no.
What did they come about on? What's their method of transport?
They got little motorboats that feed about 2 of them, and they stop about 15 feet from the edge, and then they just throw packages that have food and supplies and stuff like that for us.
How do they throw the packages?
They have a little like catapult set up in their boat, and they just hold it down and fling it at us.
So an empty boat could feasibly fit 5 people when all the supplies are out, along with the guards.
Yeah. You gotta be crafty to be able to bribe them, because they don't hear what you gotta say unless you intrigue them real quickly.
And you say 15 feet about?
Yes. Lobo, give me a, let me look at this quick.
Lobo's eyes are sparkling, by the way, at the idea of 15 feet away.
Yeah, I was figuring that actually. I was trying to remember what you said about your build, and I'm like, okay, that shouldn't be a problem.
Like you can jump on the boat and just murder the fucking guards.
Give me a perception check.
That's an intelligence score, so not great. 11.
That's enough. You go to like grab something out of your pocket, and you feel a piece of paper. Wasn't there before. It's a note signed from Frink.
I kill Frink.
What does it say?
You say,
What does it say, DM?
The note the note says, you have 10 hours to find Jimmy the Snake, complete whatever other business you might have down there. And in that, you do get kind of a sense that he knows that there's people down there that you know. And then he does tell you that after 5 hours, there will be a boat that comes to a specific point, and you're to meet at the point and take care of any bystanders that are trying to also get off, and take that boat to the free city to take care of one last errand for him, and then you guys will be taken by boat to the edge. So you do have a way off.
So in about 5 hours, we'll get our own boat to the prison island. Yes.
Yeah, you'll get to to Furidamu, the city, because he does have. He says one other errand, and they'll tell you what it is. So he's got an errand for you guys to take care of that he did not want to talk about in front of Jacinda on Furidamu, and then you guys will have free passage back to the edge to get back up.
Okay, so boat in 5 hours, boat 2, and then boat off 5 hours later. So 10 hours total.
Yes.
Okay. So what point of this island do we need to get to catch our boat in 5 hours?
Can you read maps at all, Lobo?
Oh, that's a very good question, and I doubt it highly. Actually, I mean, I could maybe argue tactics.
What would that be under?
It would probably be education.
I mean, it's not a battle, but
I have a 2 in education.
I have a 2 in education.
Yeah, but your intelligence is like hella low, so
it's 2. Yeah, it's a plus 4.
Yeah, so
I rolled another 11.
My education's a base 9. I could probably read the map way better than his ass.
It just
I rolled a 23 on education, if that helps.
Let me read the map.
So Patches recognizes that I'm holding it upside down.
Yeah, I'll take it from him. I'll take it from him.
What?
So
what?
It does have the layout of the platform that you're on, and it does give landmarks as the encampment for the boosters and where certain factions tend to gather. And then it does kind of give you a winding way through all of that to a part off to the side where it does say around it, the unwanted.
That doesn't sound good.
So
and wait, did the note say who we're getting like the second task from? Like who would be
from one of the guards on the boat.
One of the guards. Okay.
So we don't kill guards on boat.
Yeah,
No.
we cannot choose violence. I'm sure we'll have other opportunities.
But we could still kill guards on other boat and then meet boat.
We're not taking the guard boats because that guard boat comes in 2 days. We're not hanging out here for 2 days. We're leaving in 5 hours.
Well, 10 hours, I think, is right.
Well, 5 hours here. Then we go to the city. 5 hours in the city to do whatever the hell it is Fink wants. And then we leave. We have 10 hours to get everything done down here and get out.
As you guys are discussing this, you do notice that a group of about 5 people have taken more notice in you and start walking towards you. And Titus kind of puts his hands up and he's like, whoa, we don't.
What?
We don't want no trouble.
No, we don't want any trouble. Shut up.
We don't?
No. Shh.
No.
I mean, we could have some.
No. Not yet.
No fun. I'm on giant prison. Like, kill people. Like,
That's...
I kill bad people, at least.
Well, let's not kill people yet. We have an objective. And we're going to meet that objective if we end things here. So.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fine.
All right. I just look over there, so like, we don't want any trouble. We're just trying to
We'll
go
just-
that way.
I'll back up a little as they're approaching.
Roll a persuasion check.
Me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, because I'm the one talking. 16.
That's a 22 for their human perception. And they're like, I think you've got something else that you got going on down here. And we see all these toys that you still have. and one of them does pull out like a rusty piece of metal and does go forward to try and attack Obscura.
Oh, yeah, no.
Everybody roll initiative.
I just kind of nudge Lobo. Like, time for violence now. Oh, what do...
Initiative.
It is
Combat.
there we go. Reflex plus 1d10.
So that's a 16 for me.
13.
Give me 1 second to pull up an initiative tracker.
What does that thing say again?
All right, Lobo, what did you get?
16. With my initiative reaction skill.
Obscura?
13.
Domino?
14.
We're all high.
And Patches?
7.
10?
7.
Oh, 7.
7.
Sorry.
Well,
All right, so Lobo, you are up first.
I mean, that's 2 wolvers out and going shredding. So
All right, make your attack rolls.
so that's a 20 and a 21.
All right, so yes, in fact, both of those hit.
That's a 14 on the first one and a 9 on the second one.
He's looking real rough. So you go for the first one that has the rusty piece of metal out, and you get through the little bit of leather armor, like in the clothing that he's wearing. And then you do get him pretty badly in the stomach. And he is at a point of being heavily wounded.
So he's holding that rusty metal, right?
Yes.
I'm going to use my disarming combination.
Seriously wounded. Sorry. I knew there was a technical term for it.
So a 20 hits. So so I have to hit him the same target. Oh, never mind. Sorry. I have to hit him with martial arts to do this, or brawling.
Okay.
I was hitting him with melee weapons, so different. Never mind. I'll have to remember that.
Okay, then you do have, yeah, so you have your 1 action and then you get 1 move if you would like.
All right, I'll just move behind him.
And turning your back to the other 3?
Oh, yeah.
Or other 4, sorry.
Come, let's have fun. Let's do this.
And that brings us to Domino.
I'm gonna do a face down with them.
Okay.
And I'll note that our solo just gutted their best guy. And they better think very carefully about it. So I have a +10 before I roll my dice.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 6 at 16.
1 second to find that.
It's page 194 or 196 in the game.
Thank you.
Oh, face down.
Yeah. You see, if I win this face down, they have a -2 to their actions.
Yeah, also, you have a much better bonus than me.
It is 194 on the
Yeah, I hit the wrong button.
Okay.
I'm used to having my numbers off to the side and not just to the top. Okay, cool. Yeah, they got a giant 6. So they are at that disadvantage. Or, yeah. Yeah.
They have a -2 actions against me.
Yeah.
I don't know if that applies to me or the rest of them as well.
This opponent due to fear. So yeah. So you kind of like step into their space and you're like, my friend's behind you. What you're going to do about it? And they all just kind of step back a little. Anything else you want to do with your movement?
That was it.
Okay. Obscura.
So the one in front of me, Lobo just took him out. So am I like?
He's not completely taken out. He is mortally wounded, so he is kind of like one knee on the ground, but he's not out.
Well, he's not out, but he's kind of out of the way. Did he like kind of like clear the way so I'm in front of the other guys are all in front of me, or where am I in relation to all these folks?
Where were you standing in relation to Lobo before? Were you standing next to him, I presume?
Yeah, he was kind of next to me. I kind of was.
So yeah, he kind of went. Yeah, so he went in front since the dude with the rusty metal was going for you. And so he got in front of you. Dude went down right in front of you, and then he's behind that guy with his back to the other four.
So I'm facing you.
Yeah, Lobo's facing you.
With blood dripping off my clothes.
Do you like have a leash on him or something? Or did you rip that out of your hand?
Oh no, I took the leash off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I told him it's time to choose violence. So
That's good, yes.
Yeah.
Do you shoot them now? Yeah?
I wasn't necessarily going to because I didn't want to pull out my gun right away and advertise that I have a firearm. It seems like a bad idea.
Yeah.
You know? But I have a knife and martial arts, so I was gonna go for the next, like, whoever's like in my easiest line of sight, like that I can get.
Okay, yeah, so they are arrayed out, so there's one off to almost either side of Lobo where he's standing, so you can go either right or left.
Are you left or right-handed?
I am both.
You're both ambidextrous, just like me. All right, I'm just gonna go off to the left. I have a knife, so I'm gonna pull out my knife and go for the next guy.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack rolls.
Let's see, what is my 15. I used the roller on here.
Yeah, nope, he does not make that evasion roll, so go ahead.
Damage?
Yep, roll for damage.
18.
Nice.
He does take more damage than the first one does, so he's also mortally wounded, but he still also just kind of like falls to both knees with the knife wound in his side, but he is still technically up.
Okay.
Do you want to make a move?
What else can I do? Because we haven't really had a real.
Oh wait,
fight
okay,
yet.
yeah. So you did move to get over. So your turn, you get one move action plus one other action. Moving is 1 square per 1 point of move. And you're probably all within about 5 squares of each other. So if you've got more than that, then you can go forward and back if you want.
Does your knife have a 2 action where you can use it twice? Like
Should have a 2 rate of fire.
Yeah, 2 rate of fire. Because my Wolvers both have 2 rate of fire, but if I'm using both of them, they only get 1 each. So
my knife doesn't really say one where well, let me look at the details.
A light melee weapon has 2 rate of fire too.
Okay, then yeah, you can take another attack.
Okay, then I'm gonna hit the other guy, or not the other guy. I'm gonna hit the guy again. Do I need to re-roll attack, or do I just?
Yeah, you roll another.
Yeah, roll attack again.
12.
He got 13, so he does evade the second one. So like as he's falling to his knees, he kind of ducks to the side a little bit, and your knife kind of goes past his ear. And that will bring us to Patches. Bad guys rolled real low.
Yeah. Okay, so I backed up a little bit when they were approaching. So roughly how far away would I be from?
You would probably be about 5 squares from them. So I don't know how many squares you have of movement, but
I'm not sure either.
It should be. Oh wait, I don't know if you're on
times your move, so whatever your move stat is.
There you go.
What is that under?
It's a stat.
Oh.
One of your stats.
6.
So
okay,
12,
then yeah, you could
12.
get up to either of the wounded ones or the one off to the left, or the opposite side of the way Obscura went.
I think I have a knife as well. I'll pull that out. Is that an action to get my weapon out?
Let me double check. I think that that's a free action. I do not see anything as that's part of the action. So
Yeah.
I'll move forward like half my movement. Maybe I won't go right into the thick of it, but I'll just be like ready in case anything else. At the moment, it seems like Obscura and Lobo have.
Yeah, you can go ahead and hold an action until later in the initiative queue. You must choose a specified event to trigger the action or a specific number in the initiative queue. So like if somebody gets in your range, you can attack.
Yes, yeah, I will do that if someone comes closer.
All right, and now it is their turn. So the one that Lobo is standing behind is going to try and swipe backwards, like behind him with the rusty thing, but I'm going to give him disadvantage on, or not disadvantage, -2 to it. That's an 11, and you can roll evasion.
21.
So yeah, he kind of reaches back
roll?
and you just kind of like lift a leg.
I mean, I would have had to roll a 1 to get 11. So
fair. The one that Obscura just hit is gonna try and just punch her. Let me grab up the melee combat.
My evasion bonus is 14.
Oh yeah, my base is a 10 for evasion, so.
And he's going to try and use martial arts against you with Akito.
Oh, I have Akito too.
Okay. Good stuff.
Can I can roll evasion, right?
Yeah. 17.
$29.
Ooh.
I used the roller thing. Like, no joke. I used the roller thing. Where's my history?
I need your dice.
So yeah, he attempts to reach out to grab you with an iron grip. And you just kind of like knock his hand away and get back into did I say this correctly? Seriously wounded is what I meant, not mortally wounded. I'm like, oh yes. So the ones that are wounded do have a -2 to all actions. I will eventually remember that seriously wounded and then mortally wounded. That is my bad for mistalking.
So if they're seriously wounded, are they at -4 because of Domino's face down?
Against Domino.
Oh, against Domino there. Oh,
yes.
Gotcha.
Yes, they're afraid of Domino.
Yeah, I'm squishy, but they don't
know
know
that. It's a good move.
Very good move.
My face down is a +4.
But your beat down is a +24.
It's balance.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, he reaches out and tries to grab you with the iron grip and misses. Yeah, all right. That is all he has. Then the 3 that are actually standing, one of them is going to, the one closest to Patches is going to close with Patches and try and swipe at her with a makeshift shiv. So much to look at. Okay, there it is. He rolls a 16 against your evasion.
I rolled a 20.
You guys are very evasive. Or they just really suck at hitting.
The app was being nice to me today because I didn't want to have to try and figure out all this stuff all at once. I'm letting it teach
Fair. All right. And then that brings us to the last 2. One of them is actually going to pull out a pistol.
Ooh.
And it's going to aim for Lobo's back.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I mean, good luck. That was
Fortunately, you don't get evasion on that, but you know what?
Yeah.
You're not worried.
Cool.
You're big.
Cool.
You're massive.
He rolled a 1, so that's a giant 7.
Like I said, Lo was probably looking
So
back over
I
his
don't
shoulder.
think you
Like,
can
"You're next."
roll under anything that gets close to a 7, so I think you're fine. So yeah, he goes to shoot at you and like kind of looks a little drunk and misfires, and it goes like up in the air. The last one that is standing right behind you does come up and tries to grapple you, Lobo.
Oh, that's a bad move.
Okay. 18.
23.
I don't even know why I try. So he goes to try and like bear hug you from behind, and you like just sense it, and you just like both elbows back and elbow him. And that does bring us back to the top with Lobo. So you do have one right behind you, the one on the floor, seriously wounded in front of you, and then the one off to the side to the back of you that tried to shoot you.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Because the claws are gonna go away momentarily as he's going to attempt a counter throw.
Okay, go for it.
So I have to roll a 15 or higher to throw him.
And which one are you going to try and throw?
The one behind me.
Okay.
So I rolled a 16. I'm going to throw him over my back and onto the guy who's in front of me.
Fair. All right.
Hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker. It's my favorite.
Oh.
Let's call that a throwing an object. So give me Dex plus athletics plus a D10.
Oh my god! Wait, what?
Oh wait, there is a throw. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Throw the defender and deal your body stat directly to the defender's HP. Okay. So you can use your action to throw the defender. Your body automatically you do that much damage. And then they're prone and must use another action to get up. And I'd say half that for the guy beneath them.
Okay, so 8.
All right. So the guy in front of you is now mortally wounded and needs to make a death save on the next turn.
Yep, I just clubbed him with his buddy.
Ham flamp. Hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
And for his turn, he's going to turn around to the remaining 3 and slowly let the claws come back out.
And that brings us to Obscura.
Well, I'm gonna let my brother have fun trying to eviscerate those other guys in a second. I'm just gonna finish the one in front of me.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go at him with my knife again.
Use martial arts. Yes.
It is an 18.
17.
Oh. Poor guy.
How much damage?
Oh. 13.
Yeah, he's out. He was at exactly 13 left.
I got the first kill. Second kill. You got the first one.
Yeah,
That's
who's
right.
counting?
It's a brother-sister thing.
You know.
One for each of us.
I used one to kill one. I don't.
Oh, less than 1 HP, mortally wounded. Yeah, okay. So 2 of them are making death saves. Yes. All right. So if they fail even 1, they die. And then are you going to move at all or stay where you're at?
Who's like around me right now?
There is the one on top of the guy that Lobo just took down. He took damage, but he's not completely down. And then there's the one back to his side that shot at him. And then the one that's closed with patches on the other side of him.
Okay. I can't shoot them because my gun is still put away. So, can I use my other action to just pull out my which one do I want to pull out? My 45.
I think that's fine. Like, I don't see anything that has.
I don't know if it's a free action or if I actually have to use
Right.
an action.
There's no actions for drawing a weapon from what I can tell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
okay.
I think.
Drawing a concealed weapon is an action. Otherwise, yeah. I just saw that. So if it was concealed, then it'll take an action to get it out. If not, you can just grab it.
The 45 would be the one that's not concealed. It's like attached to my tool belt. My 9mm is concealed.
Okay, then yeah, I'll let you pull it and take a shot.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot the one that shot at my brother.
Okay.
Action. Attack. Oh, stupid app. Hang on a second here.
I mean, he only rolled an 11, so.
Yeah, I don't know how to put in the app that there's ammo. Because it won't let me roll it. So, let's see. Oh, rate of fire is 3. Neat. Oh, what do I roll for the actual attack? Because it won't let me do it without the ammo.
It's your reflex plus relevant weapon skill plus 1d10.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. 5.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to add ammo to it either.
Yeah, I don't.
Somehow I did. I'm gonna try to figure out how.
Yeah.
Hit the reload.
Okay, hang on.
So you click actions and reload.
Action.
And the type of ammo you want.
No ammo available. Can't reload. I'll figure it out later. I'll just.
You might not have picked up ammo then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you need ammo in your inventory.
Oh, that's. Yeah, you learn something new every day. Where's my relevant skill? Because I have handguns. Is it melee weapon?
No, it's ranged.
Ranged.
It's like shoot. You have handgun. No, it's handgun. Is what it would be. It's reflex based.
Oh, there. It's right in plain fucking sight. All right. So handgun, reflex, and what was the other one?
1d10.
Okay, so base 10, 15 plus.
Oh, if you start with a 15, he only rolled an 11.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, it's 15 to start.
Yeah, but if you roll a 1, you might go under there, you know. But you won't.
I rolled a 3.
Because you're not me. I think I've rolled more 1s than anybody in this game.
The poor domino ones.
I mean, the only
like
ones
dominoes, they just go down.
The only ones I've rolled have been on like intelligence skills, which, like, yeah.
And I'll roll for damage. Let's see, 13.
Okay. He is still up, but you do hit him and he kind of like staggers backwards a little bit and you got him right in the shoulder. Do you want to move at all or are you going to stay where you're at?
I'll stay where I'm at and find where I am.
And that brings us to, oh, Domino, I skipped you. I am so sorry for that. You're at 14 and she's at 13. So you go ahead and go and we'll reevaluate next time because I suck. Reading is hard. But you did successfully scare them enough with face down that none of them came at you.
It's true.
Yeah. We should keep one alive. Maybe he bring us to Snake.
We know where the snake is. We already figured that out.
Oh, okay. We'll keep me alive.
No, the hell with them. Just leave them in pieces.
Alternatively, we can get their stuff, let them spread fear of us, and next people are think twice.
Well, either way,
I'd rather not waste ammo.
yeah.
I'll give you one on the ground, so like step on. I don't know.
So what are you gonna do, Eric?
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, I
she
accidentally skipped
She
you.
got us backwards in initiative. You were supposed to go before me.
Because reading's hard.
All right. I am going to use persuasion and say, drop everything you own and run away fast.
All right, and they have a -2 against you, so
So
go ahead.
I'm going to spend 2 points of luck on this as well.
Okay, go ahead.
So I have a 12 base, plus 2 is 14, plus 3 is 17.
All right. Their persuasion sucks. I think that's what they roll against you. I could be wrong though.
I don't remember.
Human perception. That's what they're rolling.
That's right.
Empathy is even lower.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 7. What'd you get?
17.
Okay, yeah. They all kind of they're like, I don't know who this dude is, but he terrifies me. And so like those that have guns, pull them out of their holsters and just set them on the ground. So there's 3 guns on the ground. The others drop their shivs and they all just kind of start backing away until they get far enough away that they don't think Lobo's going to come after them because they think that it's Domino that holds his leash, and they take off running. And Janetta just kind of looks and she's all like, well played.
Well, you didn't do very much, but I appreciate the moral support.
She's
Because
like,
we completely
I
forgot about
you feel
her.
like you're doing. I did.
No, I did too.
Yeah,
I
actually,
wanted
I
you
did
to
too.
feel like you were doing something.
I figured maybe she got all butthurt with the quip I made at the very beginning and went to stand off to the side and just watch.
That's kind of what she did because I forgot about her. But you guys did well on your own.
She's a little sore about that.
So she does walk up and like claps Domino on the shoulder, and she's like, I think at least one of those guns they dropped belongs to you.
I don't need it. Thanks, so. You can have them.
I'm gonna pick up whatever I can get my hands on. I want the rusty things, but if there's how many guns?
Yeah, there's a couple shivs and stuff like that, but then yeah, there are 3 low grade guns with just like 2 or 3 shots in them.
So I know they're running.
Uh-oh.
How far away have they gotten?
Are you gonna
They're
try to take a shot?
They're probably about 12 to 13 squares away now because they do have a really good move speed.
So can I just pick up one of the rusty shivs and chuck it just to see?
Give me a second for oh, wrong way.
Just so I can say something
You
stupid?
can throw up to 25 squares, but you need to roll Dex plus Athletics plus a D10.
Rats.
He's gonna spear one like right in the back of the head.
I rolled a 10. This is 30.
Oh.
Jesus.
Where are you aiming for with that?
He can
right.
aim for the butthole at this point.
He could aim for the front and somehow get it. Jesus.
The one that I threw, so he was already partially hurt. So I'm guessing he was limping.
Yeah.
Just right in the middle of the back, right between the shoulder blades.
Okay, roll your damage. Or wait, no, this is actually straight damage. So that's 15 points of damage. That was less than he had left. Oh, let me go ahead and roll all 3 of these death saves quick and see if they die or they're just unconscious. That one lives. That one dies. That one really died. That one rolled a 1. So the first one that you had smashed with the other dude just kind of like breathes his last breath and he passes. The one that Obscura had taken down, he does seem to have stabilized enough that he's still breathing, but he's not getting up anytime soon. And then the one you hit with the knife, they got the one, like it literally, like it goes through his back and like lodges in front of his chest, and there's like little bits of sternum that like fly out.
I mean, I've seen that happen before.
And tell everyone I am off the leash.
And I just kind of look at Lobo and I'm like, no, fight's over.
Yeah, off the leash. What leash are we talking about again? I don't know.
You're not on a leash, but the fight's over, so let's.
But I am off the leash.
No, you're never really on a leash. It was a figure of speech so that I could scare them.
It worked, didn't it?
But I
yes, you're off the leash. Let's just let him have his moment. Because I'm a little terrified right now. I mean, he probably could have thrown a Pepsi can and blasted a hole through that dude.
Janetta looks at you and he's like, or she says, he may have done cool things, but you just stood there and stared them down and just, you scared them off. It was all you.
That is true, Domino. I never seen you look like that. That was frightening.
Thank you. We'll call it like I don't know. Je ne sais quoi.
Je what?
Je ne sais quoi. I don't know.
Je ne sais quoi. Okay.
Obscura doesn't look impressed and starts looking around to see if there's anything left on the bodies that's of value.
Is there a way to, like, is it that a move or is that like
It's French.
It's a French. I've not studied French. I've not. The French do. They can fight. I think they can fight.
I wish there was inspiration we can give him right there for that, because that's just too good.
Patches. I'm like, do we want to just?
I think you get a +2 to your next skill roll for that. I think the French can fight.
They're talking. Can I have a look around to see if like we've garnered any more attention with that?
Sorry, what were you asking?
Just while they're talking, if I can look around, see if there's anyone else sort of like hanging around.
Go ahead and roll a human perception check.
That's also what I was gonna do too, because I'm like, all
right, go for it.
Patches and Obscura are like, all right, but who else is out there?
Yeah.
Because now we've drawn attention to ourselves.
Yeah, Lobo and I are just trying to figure out what's going on.
19.
Right. Yeah. Je ne sais quoi. Yeah.
16.
All right, so Obscura, you do look up, and across the way, you do see the encampment that you think everybody's been talking about for the boosters, and you see Harvey animatedly talking at one of them, and he actually looks excited. So you're not sure what that's about. And Patches, you notice somebody that you know from Dulcie's is walking towards you. And this is one of her, or was one of her right-hand men before he got on the wrong side of one of the megacorps and was thrown down here. And his name, oh, sorry, go ahead.
So as far as I know, he's on good terms, or was on good terms with Dolphy.
Yeah, he just got thrown down here, and who knows when he's gonna come back. His name is, let me grab this quick. Clyde Delfelder.
Clyde, okay. I'll let him approach. I'll take a step towards him.
He's like, Miss Patches, tips an imaginary hat. What brings your like down here? I'd have thought Dulcie had kept a better eye on you than that.
Yeah, Harvey's got me in a situation. Good to see.
I did see Harvey off over there.
Over there by the You've seen
Yeah,
it?
so and he like gestures towards the encampment, and you can see Obscura's look in that direction too. And now as all of you look, you do see Harvey animatedly talking.
I just look back over at Patch's friend. No, I'm just looking over at your friend now to pay attention to the
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm not gonna sit here and stare at Harvey. He's not even gonna be here this week.
So what is it that brings y'all down here, and especially if you got to keep all your gear?
We're looking for some people for Rockland.
Yes.
I never thought I'd see the day that one of Dulcie's people would be working for Rockland, but
it wasn't
not really by choice. It wasn't really.
Who is Dulcie?
The mob boss at the pizzeria.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You've met.
Sorry,
Clever, you've met.
He's not smart.
Bad.
Which one was her?
Just nudge the one that gave you the sardines.
Oh,
right. That's right.
Oh, I like Dulcie. She is nice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, don't remind Patrick.
We're never letting you go there next to them again.
I want some pizza next time, I think. Sardines on their own, I get a little tickle.
I think those sardines were off as well. Are you feeling right? It's just a tickle?
It was just a tickle. Like
just a tickle. Okay.
Like you ever had onions that are like in oil and they like what are we talking about?
We're talking about how your stomach is a garbage dump of a swamp that can take anything.
Right, dumpster diver. Where did he go?
We're talking about your stomach, actually, right now. Oh,
sorry. Still a little dazzled from that throw. Did you see that? I was like, I was aiming for the spine, but it was just off.
Yeah, you hit the sternum through the spine.
I will hit the mark next time.
It was very cool. It was very
cool. Clyde kind of looks up at you and he's like, it was a damn good throw, sir. Anyway, I think we should be making our way over here to the encampment. Who else might you be looking for?
Jack, I almost said Jake the Snake.
We found Jimmy.
Jimmy
should be over. Yeah, Jimmy should be over in that encampment there with Harvey. So yeah, going over there is probably where you want to be. I kind of assume you guys have a way off, and if you can get me out of here at the same time, I would not say no. Just saying.
Oh, and were you planning to help it with anything there? You know, there is always a fee for that sort of thing.
He pulls out of his pockets a few throwing stars, and Patches, you've seen him use these before, and he has some deadly accuracy with these.
Yeah, I can vouch for Clyde.
Those are cool. What are those?
Well, we'll see what we can do.
These are throwing stars. Ready? Watch. And he's like, see? And he points over by the encampment, and there is a piece of like wood holding up just a little bit of tarp that they've found. And he takes the star. I'm going to roll for him on this, though.
He gets a 1. Just wait.
Maybe we should just let him do the thing.
Oh, where's the last thing I'm looking for? Aha, that's what I wanted. So yeah, he rolled a 23. So he tosses it, and it like takes off the top of Harvey's hair and like goes right above his head.
Harvey's not gonna be happy with that.
No,
that was amazing.
It's fantastic.
He deserves it. He deserves
it. What?
I think he could be useful.
He claps you on the shoulder. He's like, you look like a fellow solo. I will teach you.
Oh, hey, Patches, how you know so many solos?
I know a lot of people through Dulcie.
Oh, I see.
On top of that, I'm sure they come to her to get patched up after, running into people like you.
That too.
Oh, oh, right. Right. Do we keep that one alive?
Yes, we're keeping this one alive.
Okay, he's groaning, and I'm.
Oh, you mean that one? I thought you meant this guy.
No, I don't.
Oh,
Not with those skills.
I don't know.
No.
I don't do whatever you want. I don't care.
I don't feel like killing.
Then leave him there. He'll figure it out.
Can I throw him in water?
We're not close to the water. We're not walking.
I know, but I carry and then throw.
No, we're not carrying around a half-dead guy.
Clyde looks and he's kind of like, I mean, it is kind of fun to watch all of the predators tear the bodies apart.
It was.
Out of character. We're close to the water. It's on the other side of that encampment, right?
Yes. So it's probably about quarter of a mile at this point.
It's on. Okay, the water's on the other side of the encampment. You really want the show? Pick him up.
Well, now I feel bad because he's like, he has to know for that whole time, you know?
Clyde looks over and he's like, well, this one isn't moving. We can just throw his body and we get same show. Why am I talking like you?
He rubs off on people.
You're right.
I thought that was just Janetta.
Well, apparently it's spreading like herpes.
Wait, what are you insinuating?
Get around.
I'm gonna start walking towards the encampment. Gonna start walking.
I'll go with Patches.
Yeah. I will pick up a dead body and like firemen carry it.
I'm done with the conversation. I'm going to.
And as you all walk up to the encampment to reunite with Harvey, that is where we are going to end it for the night. Thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you to all the players. Let me pull up my checklist because I suck at this. End game. Haha, I got there. My players, tell me who you are, where they can find you, and what you've got going on. We will start with Eric.
I am Eric. I'm playing Domino the Exec. I can be found on pretty much anything I despair.
And Tim.
I'm Tim. You can find me as Slam Blackmore on Twitter. I am doing this and having a ball. And I will have a body to throw next episode. So.
Can't wait to see Eric with 2 C's face when you explain that one to him.
Eric with 1 C.
Eric with 1 C.
Yeah. I get them backwards. I can't remember names. I can't remember how shit's spelled. And when you get to me, I might not even remember my name.
I'm Marie. I'm playing Patches. I'm mid-tech, and you can find me on Twitter at WordFromFreeCoats.
Kat, your name is Kat.
Is it? Okay. I'm Kat. You can find me as Autumn Knox on Twitter. Tonight I played Obscura the Netrunner and leash holder for my brother over there, Lobo, the crazy Wolverine motherfucker. And other than that, you will see me a couple times a month on Chaos Commentary, and then I produce the rest of all of this good stuff.
Yes, she does lots of the background work, but she's what makes it go.
I do the things.
And I am Kristen. I have been your GM for tonight. You can find me on the internet at Darth Cerelish, and you can find me Monday night back here for the next episode of Madness Takes Artena, where it is my 5e homebrew, and we've got some fun stuff going on there. On Tuesday, you can find Maria doing another episode of Watercolor Wizardry for the next 2 characters for her upcoming game that she is running, Misguided Magic, which is super exciting, which I will be playing in. Wednesdays, you can find me doing either Chaos Curiosities, which I do have this week. I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about yet. Might be world building, might be DM tips. Who knows? We'll see. Or it's Chaos Commentary, where Kat and I talk all things TTRPGs. And Thursdays, you can find me here for At the Threshold with Chad, North Shore DM, as our DM for his 5e homebrew. And then in a couple weeks, when we come back, you will see me on Saturday nights on Exquisite Corpse Presents, where we're going into season 2 for that. So a lot of exciting things happening. Again, thank you everybody for coming out tonight. Please check in on our other shows. We've got lots of cool stuff coming. And that's it for tonight. Wait, raid. Let's raid Q times. Sorry, Cat. I suck at this game.
Q times. Is it Q times or how's that spelled?
Q-U-E-U-E times.
Oh, okay. That
Q
Okay.
times. I got it. Yeah.
All right. We are starting the raid in 10 seconds.
Bye. Thank you. One day I will have a better outro.
And there we go.
Okay. Well, I didn't break it this time, Kat.